And that's what led me down this whole winding path. That starts with the Harpedonaptae. I'm sorry, I looked up how to pronounce this. I'm still struggling. Um, these are the ancient Egyptian rope stretchers. So, just to remind you, this is our timeline of biology. Ever since we learned about Lyle, I like to kind of put all our discoveries in the context of time. And the history of biology starts with Aristotle in about 350 BC, so almost 2,400 years ago. So this is just to kind of make that a little more distinct. We have to compress the timeline of biology to this portion right here when we're talking about math, which, started long before this timeline starts. Just we're going to start our discussion of math with the ancient Egyptian rope stretchers. And we know they were doing their jobs at least around 3,150 BC. So more than 5,000 years ago. So, what is their relationship to math? Well, they would, among other things, stretch these ropes such that they would maintain their length. They wouldn't get longer or shorter. Um, and they would put these knots in the ropes at very regular intervals. So the distance between each knot was exactly the same. And they would put 13 knots, including on the ends of these ropes. Now, why 13? They knew that if you had a rope where you held taut at one end and then someone else held it 3 knots after that end, someone else held it taut 4 knots after that end, the remaining length of the rope would exactly equal five intervals of knots to the first person, and that this would create a right triangle. It's all they're able to um, accurately make 90 degrees, which help them survey land and parcel things out fairly to farmers, and probably helped with their amazing architecture, right? I mean, people wonder how did these civilizations from thousands and thousands of years ago build things like the pyramids, just beautiful geometric shapes. And this was part of it. They didn't know why this 3, 4, 5 sided triangle gave you a 90-degree angle, but they knew that it always did. And they also knew that it didn't matter what the lengths between the knots were, um, as long as the lengths between each knot was the same on a given piece of rope, and you could create this 90-degree angles with this 3, 4, 5 triangle. So if you double the length between all of the knots, you would still get a 90-degree angle. And this scaling of the triangles is going to become important.